recording this computer. Wonderful. Good afternoon. Welcome to the next session. Well, this is slightly different. Okay. Normally we asked for members to talk about the most frequently asked questions in the industry profession, but Jenny very kindly, she offered to pass on the tips and tricks that she's learned about YouTube. So we are here with Jenny. So Jenny Mayor, her principal job, you work for Visiting Angels, don't you, Jenny?
That's correct.
Okay, and tell us what Visiting Angels does.
Visiting Angels is a home care company, and we provide services, so any help at home for people that might require, might have limited mobility or long-term problems, short-term problems. So yeah, that's what we do. We are carers, and we come to we'll come to people's houses to keep them independent and safe. Good.
And you've enjoyed your time with Zoco so far?
Yes, Zoco's amazing. I definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of support, and we do business.
Great. See what I did there. Okay, good. Right, well, I will spotlight Jenny. So Jenny, take it away. You have 20 minutes or so, and then we'll have a Q&A and wrap up about past. And we'll record it and I'll put it in the Zoco YouTube channel. So right, spotlight Jenny. Jenny, it's all yours.
Thank you, Nick. Okay, so I'm going to start by saying these are tips and tricks that I've learned so far in my YouTube journey. It's very interesting. It's a little bit lengthy, and if it becomes, it's very technical. If you don't know anything, please let me know. I'm happy to explain it in more detail afterwards, or ask me in the questions in the Q&A. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I've made a few notes, just because I think that the key main thing is it comes down to research. And the reason why I want you to really think about your titles and what you're going to be talking about on YouTube is because, before you even load the video, there is just a ton of things that you have to do. So we're going to start with research. Nick, I've taken your idea as a network just to basically do a bit of research on it. Now, I started by typing how to be a successful networker, and the better term or the better keyword ended up being how to be an effective networker. So if you type if you type on YouTube how to be an effective networker, you have, I would definitely recommend you to look at the 3 top channels, especially if they're not what's the word, if they're not monetized, if they're not others, if it's not an advertisement, because this means that these 3 channels or these 3 videos are ranking higher. Now, TubeBuddy, my friend here, let me just hold on, sorry, let me just put it in the right position. I'm going to move us because I need the space here. Okay, so as you can see, TubeBuddy is a free extension to Google Chrome. I would definitely recommend you to download it, because this helps you to look at your keyword and to explore better keywords as well. Unfortunately, today my TubeBuddy decided not to work, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove Google completely and reinstall it. But I will tell you what it is. You can, if you buy it, so if you buy the Pro version, it's like, if you've got a very small channel under 1,000, it's like £5 a month, so it's definitely worth buying it. Now, you can use the free version. What it does is it shows you the keyword score. So that means that the keyword score is, if you all know what SEO is search engine optimization. So basically, this means that the higher you rank, the more chances you will have for your video to be visible, and it's very, very important. So the main thing is, so for example, it will give you ideas on video tags. I will show you what I mean by tags afterwards. Also, if you have key, these are things that I can send Nick for you, for you to have later on. This is another extension to Google that I have. It's keywords everywhere, and it's very, very important because it can help you to rank for Google and YouTube as well. Obviously, your SEO is very, very important, not just because you'll be able to, be found on YouTube, but also on Google. If you have a local business, obviously having a YouTube channel will be helpful because local people will be able to find you. But then also because of the pandemic, we've noticed that having a digital product or digital something, it helps you to boost your income, and not just to rely on a physical service if you're based on a specific area. So I'll definitely recommend these two add-ons. So Keywords Everywhere and TubeBuddy, very, very good. Now, if we go back to the research, first thing is, okay, I've mentioned TubeBuddy. You can get the free version or the paid version. Now, let's look at the title. Now, I would definitely recommend to go for longer tail titles. What does that mean? So, for example, let's go back to, no, this is my other one. Okay, so if you go back to here, so for example, you can see that it's not just how to be an effective networker. What he's done in this particular video, let me stop it. So he has two different ones. So he has this as one of his keywords, and he has a second title in the same title. So that's two keywords that he's trying to rank for. So that will give you a much.
Do you want to learn how to build?
So that will give you a much higher chances of appearing on if you to rank for two different things. So if someone's looking for ways to improve your networking skills, he will be ranking. And if you are saying how to network with people even if you're shy, that's still another keyword that you're ranking in the same title. So very, very important. Make sure that you use as much as possible. If you can make your title as SEO friendly as possible, you will be showing up in the ranking and also in the suggested. So suggested videos are basically these suggested videos here. So the videos that someone might watch after watching another video. So you will have a chance to show up there as well. Now let's go to our second point. Now the keyword. If you download your TubeBuddy, you will be able to find out what the search volume for that particular keyword is and what the competition for that is. So what you want to be aiming for, like I said, I'm sorry I cannot show you, but let me see if I can, hold on. TubeBuddy. It's just okay. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like without actually having a access to it here. So TubeBuddy, if you download it and it's already in your Chrome, when you type a keyword on your search bar, you will have, obviously I have my keywords everywhere here, but I also have my TubeBuddy score and tags there. But then if you click on show keyword score, it will show you exactly what the volume for that keyword is. And what you want is the volume to be high. So let me make sure that I'm telling you the right thing. So yeah, so the volume has to be high. You want a lot of people to be searching for that particular keyword. If the volume is high, then obviously it's a very good keyword to have. However, you need to pay attention to the competition. It has to be low competition, because if you have too many people doing videos on that particular keyword, you're going to be like a fish in the sea. No one's going to find you. You're going to have less chances to be found because there's just too much competition. So you want to ideally be looking for keywords that are high in search volume and low competition. Like I said, so unfortunately I cannot see it there. Why did it go? Where did it go? Okay. Keyword score. Let's see if we can find it on some images so that you can see what I mean. again. So here, there you go. So you will have something like this. So competition, if it's poor, so it being made, you know, too many people, not many people have it. It will give you two different measures, a weighted one and an unweighted one. So if you go for the weighted one, it will take into consideration your channel, and if you go for unweighted, it's basically just a general measure. However, you want to be looking for words or keywords that will be within this area. So the greener the better. Yellow is fine, green, it's where you need to be. So your keyword is going to be very, very powerful and a lot easier to find if you're on that green bar. Now let's get out of here. So that's, oh, what did I do? Okay, never mind. Excuse me, sorry. Now look at the first top videos. That's what I was looking at. So if we go back onto our previous search, how to be an effective networker. Let's have a look at the first 3 videos, because obviously they're ranking for a reason. They're not just there because, you know, yes, they do have a lot of subscribers. However, that's not the reason why they're ranking. There is a very, very good reason why they're ranking. So let's have a look at and see why. Now let's have a look at the tags. Tags are very, very important, and I recommend you to have a look at all of them. So for example, if you have TubeBuddy, you can actually copy them tags, and then you can create something. So you can create a new tag list that you can actually paste on your videos when you go there. Now also with your, if you download these 2 extensions, you can have a show search rankings, which means that it will tell you if this person's if this particular person or video is ranking for these keywords. He's not. So, but never mind. It just means that all those keywords, all those tags are helping that particular keyword for him to rank. So I'll definitely have a look at all of them and use as many from there as you can. Obviously, if it's someone's name, you potentially you won't. I mean, I don't use it. You can let me know how it works if you use someone else's name, but I don't tend to just go for names. I'll go for the actual tags. So have a look at the 3 top, and then have a look at their tags, have a look and see what titles they're doing. The thumbnails are very important, because your thumbnail needs to be very attractive. If it's not attractive, people are not going to click. So this is another thing. When you have TubeBuddy extension, the pro version, it will basically show you what your thumbnail looks in comparison to other videos in that with that particular keyword. Now, you don't have to do this. You don't have to have TubeBuddy Pro version. You literally just have to type whatever your keyword is and have a look at at your thumbnails. Are they more attractive than yours? If the answer is yes, you need to go and change it. Now, topics. So for topics, so here are some ideas. Nick, don't know what you want to do, but obviously, so have a look at popular videos from people in your field. So other networking events, what are they doing that you can do? What can you model from those? It's not about copying. You're unique. It doesn't only apply for you, it applies for your brand as well and your business. So have a look and see what other videos are out there that are performing well. So for example, I'm going to go into this guy's video, and I'm going to go into his channel, right? It seems that, you know, I'm not entirely sure if his brand is about networking, but let's assume that it is, okay? This is a very lazy analysis. So I'm going to go into this guy's channel because he was ranking for something that I wanted to rank. So I'm going to go into his videos. And from here, you want to sort it by most popular. So this is how you find very, very good ideas. So this is what you'll be looking at. So the highest ranking one is the ways to improve your networking skills. So Nick, you could actually copy that. Instead of saying 10 simple ways, you can just go 5 simple ways to improve your networking skills. and that's a very good title. And then have a second keyword. Have a look at all of this, how to be more confident. Stop, so again, two different keywords. I'm not saying copy, find your own unique voice. There might be things that he hasn't mentioned that you know are very, very good for your viewers. So go and do that. It's not about copying everything, because obviously people are going to be like, oh, well, that one's the same as that one. And it's you don't want to copy someone else's work. You just want to take inspiration and make it your own. Use strengths. So you can use strengths. YouTube Buddy actually does have something like that. It's not about, let's say there's a trend about, I don't know, food challenge or whatever. If it's not really relevant to your field, I wouldn't say go with that, but actually try if there is something like, I don't know, what is the trend? I mean, let's make it up. There is it's a competition, it's a challenge to say 10 different words very rapidly. I don't know, something along them lines. So Nick could actually go, okay, so here's my competition, and jump into that trend because it's similar, or he can make it part of his field. But if it's something that you cannot really connect with your message, I wouldn't, it would be confusing for your viewers. But if you can use strengths, they're very, very good. Now, another thing which you already do is questions that you get from clients. So another video or an idea for a video is, what do the Zoco community ask you? Like, what are their questions? How can you help them to become better networkers? How can they get better at, getting more from Zoco? So everything that your clients ask you, those are very good questions. Now, if you don't really know, you could actually go into someone's videos, for example, and have a look at the comments. This is something that sometimes I do. I look at my own comments, but I look at other people's comments as well. So, okay, so have a look and see, is there anyone that, is asking something, or they might say something about, oh, can you go into this particular thing? So you can actually take content from other people's comments as well. Again, you're not copying them, you're not stealing them, you're literally just finding inspiration. Now, there is two different ways. So for example, for Nick, he could actually go into how to build an income as a networker. So finding people in different places to run networking meetings. You can actually, find people through YouTube, because it's global, it's a global brand. So you can actually do a lot of videos on how to build an income as a networker, or tips on how to network. So it could be both, to build an income and to get more business from local networking groups. Now, here is the trick. Before you even upload, after doing all this research, now the name of the tag. So, for example, I'm going to use this clip here that I have. Now, the title, the name of the file, it has to be exactly what your YouTube video will be. So, for example, if we are using how to be an effective networker, I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to name my file the same thing. So that it has to have that name. Same thing for the thumbnail. So if the thumbnail is the same thing, you need to exactly just copy and paste exactly the name. Now, very quickly, so now I'm running out of time. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go for and do a right click on it, and then go and get info. Am I going too fast? Sorry if I am. It's just a lot of content that I'm trying to compile in one place. Now, when you go and do tags, you need to do as many tags as possible. So do you remember when I said to you, go into the first three videos that, that were at the top, and have a look at the tags? Okay, so this is one place that you're going to put those tags. Get info, and then you're going to put all the tags. So how to be an effective networker, how to earn money as networking. So all these tags, they need to go in there. And the comment is exactly the same as your description. So when you're uploading something on YouTube, let's see if I can upload video. I'm going to show you what I mean very, very quickly. Come on. So yeah, tags, you need to copy them and they need to be as close to your keyword as possible. And your description is what you go and put in the comments, okay? So this is an explanation of what the video is. Now, very, very important, the description should have your keyword. Now, it needs to be natural. So instead of saying how to be an effective networker, you can say, in this video, you're going to learn how to be an effective networker. So it's a natural way of putting it in. However, your keyword will be there. You can add hashtags as well if you want. Now, this is where you put your description. This is what I mean. So this is, again, so whatever you put in the comments there, you can do it here on the description. This is where you put your title. Again, remember, so it's ideally two titles, okay, like a long term. So just put a space there, like a line there, and then copy something else, whatever the second keyword is. Thumbnail, very, very important. I would recommend you to use Canva. If you don't use it, I would definitely recommend you canva.com. It's free, it's a free resource, amazing to build thumbnails. And then go all the way into show more. Oops, what did I do? You go all the way into show more.
Right, I've not seen that. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you go all the way down and you can see tags.
Mm-hmm.
And then just add all the tags that you've collected from those other three videos. And that's it. Now, that's pretty much it. And then obviously I'm not going to go into more because I think I've given you plenty. So start with the research. You know, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Thank you very much, everybody.
So, well, I made some notes. It's very, very useful. Now let's unspotlight you so everyone can see it. That's gallery. That's good. Yeah, I've made some notes. Very interesting. I mean, I didn't realize. I didn't know about the tags, and I'll check out TubeBuddy. And again, interesting about the building income. That's good. Did anyone have any specific questions? Covered a lot, but anyone have any specific questions? Oh, Fiona.
Yeah, Jenny, that was brilliant. I mean, I've got my channel, but I didn't know, some of those, I don't bother with the tags and stuff, but clearly I'm going to go back and have a look at all those. But when you said, whether you do the thumbnail, do you do that so do you just go into Canva and do sort of like one image and put it on all of them then? What do you recommend? Because I know that that's something that I haven't done.
Okay, so I would say go and have a look at channels similar to yours. Yeah. Have a look at their thumbnails and use their inspiration. Like, do they have a picture of you, a picture of someone else?
And presumably, that's often the channels with big subscribers. I mean,
I would say either. So if you find, let's say, okay, so one golden tip: if you find a channel or a particular video with not many subscribers but a lot of views, that means that particular video is doing very, very well. So you go and analyze it and why. So have a look at the thumbnail, have a look at the keywords, have a look at the tags, but yes, have a look at other bigger and more famous channels and see what they're doing with the thumbnails. And also put your title, just put it on the search, have a look at the thumbnails at the top. How attractive are they? Just make sure that whatever you do, let's say if you're doing writing, it's not too much writing and it's very clear.
It's really Jenny.
I mean, certainly, obviously, with most of us, we're all quite in networking is my thing. I mean, Alex, you talked about having a YouTube channel. Do you know how you're going to use your YouTube channel yet, Alex?
Yeah, I'm just building up a frequently asked questions, and although I'm going to put it on my website, I actually sometimes think it's nicer to hear someone's answer when they're speaking, and therefore I wanted to sort of try and build that up, maybe do some case studies and stuff like that. So my question to you, Jenny, was are you using this for visiting angels, or is this something you're doing for your own sort of personal reasons? Why did you set up a YouTube channel? I was just curious. Right.
So I've had my personal YouTube channel since before I joined Visiting Angels, because I used to run wellbeing workshops in the city, and when I closed, basically I said I'm not going to continue, and I wanted to pivot online. I said my YouTube channel can be alongside the business, Now, for Visiting Angels, we have a YouTube channel that I'm optimizing as we go along. It wasn't well optimized. They weren't using tags. They weren't using keywords. So actually, I've just been very busy, but I'm going to be going back to that channel and making sure that we maximize those, just visibility and just.
And your own channel, Jenny, is some exercise and stuff on there, isn't there?
So I started it because I started with, workout videos and healthy tips. But I think the direction that I want to take my channel to is more towards how do I maximize people's lives? How can I make them better? So in a holistic approach, which means as an individual as a whole. So looking at the mindset, how you move, what you eat, how you feel. So, so it's just, I would say, think about your YouTube channel as a long-term thing, as a long-term plan. So think about 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
It's not something that you do for a year and then you kind of forget about it. You have to stay consistent. You have to post as much as you can. I would say no more than once a day. If you can, at least once a week. But yeah, the more regular that you are, the better it is. And also, as soon as you post, try to share it as much as possible. The first 24 hours are key because YouTube, the algorithm is saying, oh, a lot of people are seeing it. And also a lot of people are staying on it. So very, very key that whoever you share with, tell them, just watching until the end.
Yeah, but certainly, I didn't know the tags. So you can only copy the tags in TubeBuddy, can you?
No, I mean, you can copy them and then just have a Word document for it, put it in your notes. I'm not saying that YouTubeBuddy is the only thing that will help you. I'm just saying that TubeBuddy can help you, and it's free. So if you can use the free, just start with the free version, and then if you think, okay, I might need more support, go into the pro version.
It's all just time, isn't it? Time. Any other questions before I wrap things up?
I had one other question. Oh, go on, Kia. You go ahead.
All right, Valerie first. Valerie. Unmute yourself, Valerie. Unmute yourself. Thank you.
Is there a sort of standard length? When I started off in radio, we were doing what we call magazine units, and really you could do a lot in 5 minutes. But if you started going too long, then you got the snooze factor. And for God's sake, I've heard all this before. I mean, is it 2 minutes? Is it 5 minutes? What would you recommend?
I just think it really depends on what you're doing, but I just think if you've got a message to deliver, just try to deliver it as concise as possible. Plenty of things, and if you can hire an editor, or if you can get better at editing, then obviously have something visual to keep people engaged. I would say if you start from 5 minutes to something like 15 minutes, so at least you can get more views, but then I would just say experiment what works and use the analytics afterwards, because it's very important to know, okay, let's say you upload 30. At the moment, I've uploaded about 31 videos. So I now go back to those analytics and say, okay, so what videos were ranking higher? What was my average views, average watch time? Was it too long? Then obviously let's make shorter videos. Also, if you've got a very interesting subject, Valerie, how to help plants to grow. I'm so sorry, I'm don't know much about it. But yeah, so a lot of people might want to know more about you as well, and the plant and how and the process. So.
And again, presumably look at the videos in your subject that work and are lots of views, and check out the lengths. And you might see a common factor there. They're all 5, 6, 7 minutes long, and the ones with views are, so it's good. So use that. So Kia, you had a question, Kia. Unmute yourself, Kia. I want to have a T-shirt made, I think. Oh, that's my Zoco T-shirt. That's the logo. That's it. Zoco, unmute yourself, Kia.
Oh, why? Are you having more than one YouTube channels?
Right, that's a very good question. I would definitely recommend you to start with one, grow that one, and then start another one.
Good.
Okay, good. So, and Alex, it's the final question before I wrap things up, Alex.
I've been looking as you've been chatting, so I think I understand the answer. But is there a standard way of putting everything up? You can't sort of customize it anyway, your YouTube channel. Is it all set up so that you watch the videos and the popular ones come up first, and there's nothing customizable about it within this?
I see what you mean. You can put a playlist. So if you wanted to add a playlist, like, you know, if you have like a series of questions, you can add a playlist and include videos there. But yeah, so yeah, when someone goes into your homepage, they would either see any playlist that you have or just your videos.
Okay, right.
Okay, good. Well, that's wonderful. Bang on time. So I'm going to. So
Interesting.
so much. I'm going to.